when I was 12 years old, my dad didn't have the money to pay for my tuition, which I almost got expelled from school. The only value asset we had at that moment were our home and a truck. So we went to the nearest pawn shop, which was also a loan shark. Despite the fact that they treat us badly and charge absurd interest rate, we mortgage our truck because we need the money to pay for my tuitions. At the darkest day of my life, my dad and I thought that if there were a microfinance institution that could give us a fair deal and treat us with respect, it would make our life way better. Good morning, honorable judges and audience. My name is Harrison. This is Ketsurin, Aranit, and Makapon. We are Trust of 4. We are here today to present our strategy to make Ngon Tit Law become a #1 brand, both in customer mind and as well as in growth, while maintaining a position as a social enterprise. Today, our agenda will consist of current situation, then we will follow up by outlining the strategies. We have 3 strategies: be unique, be awesome, and be ahead. And finally, wrapping it up with finance and implementation timeline. First, let's look at current situation. Situation phasing. Now, firstly, Ngon Tit Law has many issues. Firstly, Ngon Tit Law has their customer cannot differentiate between Ngon Tit Law brand and other brands, such as Sisawat Power. Secondly, Ngon Tit Law is in a very competitive market, while trying to uphold its position as a social enterprise. Therefore, it somewhat affected growth, and ultimately, Ngon Tit Law is aiming to be a one-stop service microfinance provider, which there's obstacle lot to lie ahead. To solve this problem and to make Ngon Tit Law become a #1 brand in all aspects, we come up with 3 strategies. But Ngon Tit Law needs 2 key drivers: maintain and growing market shares, which can be answered in be unique and be awesome. But that's not enough, because Ngon Tit Law needs to step beyond its boundaries, capture uncharted market by implementing be ahead. Now I'll pass it to my colleague.
Thank you, Reza. So here's our first strategy, which reinforce and realize will be the first step for this strategy to bring Ngon Tit Law to become the leader of this market. So what we will do in Reinforce is we will support the TV program What Need, which from our research, most of our target customer is the same viewer of this TV program. And together with advertisement through the local radio, which from the statistic, most of our customers usually listen to the radio while they're working. So by repeatedly sending the short message under the slogan, "Hong Tae Tong Tit Law," we strongly believe that it will make this group of customers subconsciously remember us as Ngon Tit Law apart from Season. So for the next part is realize, which in here, as you can see, there's 46% of the customer who still confused about the brand. They cannot differentiate us apart from Sisawat Power. So what we will do here is we will create a motivated story content, because we believe that people love to hear and share the story that touch home. So this story will pick from the successful our successful customer, which will become an influencer to tackle new customer. And also we'll give away our free Ngon Tit Law label goods, which is printed in red and blue signature color of Ngon Tit Law. In here, it will make our customer easily differentiate us apart from our competitors.
You see, this is the example of the contact Ngon Tit Law implementations. And now look at the second goal of the company. The company would like to provide the financial inclusive to the early bankers. From the wet market model, the key to success is to have the staff going into the market, create a strong relationship with the clients, and also collect the money installment every day. Based on this model, we would like to introduce the saving plan on the top. The project is called Investment Added Saving Plans. We first analyze the client financial goal into 3 groups: the short term, the middle term, and the retirement. For the product, we would like to provide first the mutual funds, which we will act as brokers. Second, the time deposit, which will act as a juristic person representative of many clients, and we will deposit the money in the commercial bank. And third, we will recommend the clients to government national saving funds for the retirement plan. And here is our examples. Imagine Dae-Shin-Koo. She's selling the chicken in the wet market. She has to pay her child's tuition fee for 3,000 baht twice a year. What choice she have to save? First, she can keep the money with herself. Second, she will open the saving account and receive 0.6% interest rate. Third, she will open 5-month time deposits and receive the interest 1.5%. However, the minimum requirement is 50,000 baht. In whichever way, she has to save about 20 baht daily, and this is the problem. The money she wants to save does not meet the minimum requirement. She herself lack of financial disciplines. She loves to gamble and pay the card payment. And imagine how many people out there facing the same situations like Dae-Shin-Koo. We will use this opportunity to create a pooling of money and use it accessibility to the financial product like time deposit account. And we also create the financial disciplines through the successful clients and our staff. Not only product variety, but also the service as well. We decided to launch the mobile applications for the 3 main purposes: to gain customer insights, to convey rich message, and to create the direct marketing channels. And this is our application illustrations. For the first 2 functions, debt balance and saving balance, we'll show customers their financial status and also provide e-receipt, which is a standardized evidence and reduce the usage of paper. The insurance online provides the details of each insurance, and customer can make the buying decision in the app completely, as well as other products. Some type of loan can done the whole process in the app, but some can done in hard way to make the other half at the branch very fast. And for the second-hand auction, we believe that the faster we can convert the collateral after default, the more we can receive the benefit of low cost. The instant notification will notify the customers every time our company has a promotion that directly benefits them. And for multi-channel communication, my friend will elaborate it in the awesome part. Last but not least, the trend of the implementation national e-payment. The government will distribute the social welfare through these systems. Therefore, our target group will automatically in that system. The app will prepare for the PromptPay B2C. Therefore, we will reap the benefit of low transaction fee and ease of tax payment.
Thank you. Honorable judges, here's our second strategy, Be Awesome. So in order to sustain the market share that we're having right now and to become the top of mind brand for our customers, here we will launch the training program for executive directors and all staff. We will gather them together and train them. To having this strategy, we believe that it can create a family bond between them, and also they will get to know each other. Here, we believe that by training, the employees will know how much they contribute to the company as well, and this will reduce the problem of turnover of the employees. And for the second part is, we will launch the Quality Assurance Program, which we believe that it will be incentive for our employee itself, which will give them a 1 month bonus for the employees who can perform the best in each particular province, and also the employees that can act and serve the best for each region, they will get the appreciation letter from the law director as well. Here is our quality enhancement competition, which will be organized annually. By each particular branch will represent one representative team, and the top representative team will get to present their project of managing improvement for the law in front of the manager director. In here, we believe that it will create a win-win situation for the law, because the winner team will also get a reward, and the company itself will be able to screen the potential employees, and they also get a real business plan to use and apply. We also introduced the feedback function for our customers, because in order for them to directly rate our branches. And by doing all this Be Awesome strategy, we believe that the company will be able to evaluate the firm as well, and also they will get to improve the branch or close the branch in the future.
Honorable judges, you see we recognize a key opportunity in fishery markets, as Thai's fishing industry has valued approximately $7 billion US, and there is more than 60,000 fishing boats. There are 1.2 million people involved in this business. Therefore, Nguyen Thich Law must tap into this market to strengthen its growth and as well as uphold its leadership position. And it's more than safe to say that these fishermen, our client, will be a good client of Nguyen Thich Law, because their life depends on fishing, and their life depends on their fishing boat, so they will pay installment on time. By launching this service, Nguyen Thich Law will gain new markets and clients, while our client, mainly fishermen, will gain financial inclusion, and will gain all these new markets as example. By implementing, Nguyen Thich Law will implement by opening branches in southern and eastern of Thailand, as well as southern and western of Myanmar, to provide this service. MTL will advertise it to many means, and Nguyen Thich Law will apply warehouses to store seasoned ships and found selling channel to sell second-hand and third-hand ships. As a wise man once said, it's easy to expand to make money. It's tougher to spend to make a difference. This plan will make a difference for Nguyen Thich Law and people.
Now we are in the business era that we cannot just focus on one country anymore. Thai population is accounted to just about 10% of the total region population. And we see the huge opportunity that we cannot ignore. Look at the AAC market. It has a total population of 622 million, making AAC the world's third largest marketplace. Moreover, the highlight is that the underbanked population, who is our target, is estimated to be 400 million. It is also geographically close to Thailand, so it's easier for Nguyen Thich Law to control all the physical branches. And we also share some common cultures which will make Nguyen Thip Law understand the customers and provide products and service that directly answer their needs. Given the value of the market, we decided to stretch our goal and aim to be the leader of the AEC market in this industry. And for our second Be Ahead recommendation, we decided to go for the Myanmar market as our AEC pilot program. We chose Myanmar as our first AEC country to operate in because it is geographically next to Thailand. Also, the unbanked population of Myanmar presents the highest in the region. And right now, Myanmar is a newly opened market. And all eyes are on this market share. The government just granted the license for the foreign financial institutions to operate in Myanmar, which including the BTMU, which we believe that we can utilize this key advantage of us when we provide the banking related service to our customers. And for this recommendation, Nguyen Thip Law will gain larger customer base and it will establish the brand image as an international brand, while preserving its core value of the business by increasing the financial inclusion in Myanmar. We expect to meet challenges when we move on to a new market, and this is how we will tackle it. To build the brand recognition, we will maintain the brand logo, but we will change the name of the brand from Nguyen Thip Law to Money on Wheels to directly convey our message to the customers. We will use the localization strategies by targeting people working on an agricultural field because from our research, a lot of Myanmar people working on the field. And for the operation, we plan to partner with a subsidiary of our parent company, the BTMU, to provide banking-related service in Myanmar. And we will recruit the local staff to help us provide seamless service despite the cultural and language differences. And we will set the time management team with know-how to help us set the operations in the earlier phase. And for the competitors, currently Myanmar is reported to have 215 microfinance groups. So apart from acting fast to capture the market, we will need to provide differentiated products like ship loans and the wet market program, and also provide them with superior service to create customers' loyalty. Let's move on to the financial justification of our three recommendations. We believe that the interest revenue will be driven majorly from the Be Unique recommendation. However, we see the growth in the revenue proportion of our two business expansions. By 2018, the interest revenue from Myanmar market would contribute to about 8% of the total interest revenue, while the revenue from the ship loan market would contribute to around 6% of the interest revenue. And with our three strategies combined, we believe that we can see the growth from the base case of 32% CAGR to 53% CAGR. We recognize that we might face the risk, and here is our mitigation plan. First, because of the low entry barrier of the industry, we might face the new and diversified competitors. So we need to innovate new product and continuously increase the quality of our service. And as we are more and more integrated with the technology, we might prepare for the system failure. We will use the clouding system and use the backup and maintenance plan. For the low barrier of ship loan and boat loan, we will plan to partner with the local fisheries associations, and our best case is to be their exclusive partner. And we will use the hedging strategies to mitigate against the currency exchange rate risk using futures and options. Here's our implementation timeline. We believe that we can launch all three of our strategies within 2018. Honorable judges, with our three recommendations, Be Unique, Be Awesome, and Be Ahead, the company will be on the right direction to be the #1 in all aspects. Thank you for your attention. Now we are open for Q&A.
I have some question about your strategy on the Be Ahead. Why you select the the chip loan. Why you select the chip loan? Because the NTL is the advantage title loan provided.
Why we choose the chip loan? Because other type of NTL has covered motorcycle, truck, and agriculture tractor already. So when we think of the plan, we think how to diversify the portfolio and engage into uncharted markets. And if you select an industrial or an industrial employee, it's for us, I think it won't differentiate when they long much from other brand. So what will differentiate is chip loan. And there's a market with unmet demand, like millions of people in demand. There's people in Phuket asking the government to provide them with this kind of services.
The case tell you that we expect to expand a lot of branches, around 100 branches around the country. What does this mean? That if you shift to loan, you expect that NTL will go to the chip loan. How about the expertise of employees about this title loan?
Oh, that's one of the problem that we prepare that NTL may face. But from our understanding from chip loan, yes, NTL might firstly lack people. NTL might need to hire, and our mitigation is to partner with fishery association because they have the know-how and they have the knowledge as well as the people to help facilitate us with this service. And technically, ship can be mortgaged with a title. So we feel that it's in the aspect of title as well.
To add on to his answer, the model of Nguyen Thich Law is including hiring the local people to help with the branch. So we believe that by hiring the local people in this area, like in the fishery area, we will get the insight of the customers and know the know-how of them, and this will help us approach this market.
May I go back a little bit on the overarching questions? Why you select to focus on the wet market and also to expand to the really new things like chip loan instead of focusing on the current strengths of the companies or the things that the company would like to expand further at the current status?
To answer this question, and this is an excellent question, thank you. So right now, everyone in the industry is offering the same products. And how we are going to differentiate from that, we decided to expand our product line and reach for the new market. And for example, the chip loan program and wet market program, we believe this will increase the financial inclusion of people that are our target, and this will create the solid consumer base for us because they feel like they can rely on us from any aspects.
Can I go back to the chip loan again? How do you mitigate the risk for the chip loan? Because most of the time, the customer will be like in the fee. So in case that they turn to be like delinquent on this payment, how do our collections follow up for the restaurants or repayment?
I understand that there's a risk because they need to go far away. But an analogy, if a tractor, you don't want to pay for a tractor, you can drive it to a province or go into a forest if you don't want to pay. But chip loan, people as a fishing people, as I have a lot of people that I know that fish, base their life on fishing. They don't know to do anything else. They just know how to fish. They were born as a fisherman. They live on the sea, they live on the boat. Because it's the only one thing that they made a living and their family based on it. For me, I think the majority of the fishermen will not miss the installment because they know that their family and their loved one depend on this ship also. So it's almost there's a probability, but it's a very low probability.
Can I ask one more question on the AEC expansions? Why do you choose Myanmar as the first priority to enter to the AEC market? And have you considered on the law and regulation limitations of this country?
Right now, from our research, the government trying to increase the competitive in this the financial sector. So they already granted many licenses for foreign institutions, like we mentioned before. It includes our BTMU, the parents, the subsidiary of the parents company. So we believe that the value that we can provide for the Myanmar, which will gain financial inclusion in Myanmar and can help them develop from the multi-law activities and also increase the healthy competition. This will be align our interest with the Myanmar government, and we believe that the problems of regulations still exist, but is low from our choices.
Regulations. Myanmar regulations require 2.5% for minimum interest rate, and for microfinance institution, maximum is 12.5 per month. As it's tightened, it's quite tightened, but there's a gap that you can adjust. While other countries such as Vietnam, which have a lot of motorcycle, have a very tightened law that you cannot really adjust the interest rate because the communist government demand that all the microfinance institutions need to be at the exact same rate. While don't we choose Laos or Cambodia? Because we see that there is a market there also, but as a pilot project, we want to catch for NNL, we want to catch a whale before we catch a mackerel. Because it's a bigger, we can have a bigger pie than get for a small piece of cake.
Okay. For my questions on your group list, if you see the portfolio of the NGL, you will see that the NGL existing is the leader in the market. I don't see your analysis about how to cover the growing pains for the NGL company. Actually, we worry about how to maintain rapid growth in a 3-year plan from the existing market, and then the information about the income from insurance and the bad confusion. I didn't have your slides about this.
In here, we enable forming the law to sustain the current market that they have. Okay, for the first strategy, BUD that I introduced you earlier, by creating a moderate story content, as you can see, what impact that Pantip.com or Facebook can drive to the customers. This will create a trust in their mind, and they will believe that we were that person for them. We can solve their problem, like financial situation. And also with the Be Awesome strategy, which, as my friend told about his story, how do you feel if someone treats you like a beggar? This will not happen here because we will train our staff and we will teach them how to serve the customer well. And also in here, the second page, like we also have a function for our customer to give feedback to our branch directly. So this is how we can evaluate the branch, and to the bad rating branch, we will audit them directly, like respond directly.
Yeah. This analysis is from we actually have to visit the branch and see that it's the real problem that happened. And the application also enhanced the existing customers' experience and convey the communications and also the promotion afterward. And also the invitation of PromptPay business B2C that will enhance the customer experience. And lastly, the saving service not only provide to the wet market but also offer to the other customers.